Some of the most popular Democrats in this year's primaries are among the most progressive in recent history. Party insiders worry those same positions that make them popular now will turn toxic come November. When we were in Ohio yesterday, a former Obama administration official now running for governor said the divide between Reagan Democrat and progressive liberal is just a media fiction.
No, I don't think it represents any real split in the party. Bernie Sanders has not made an endorsement in this race, although Senator Warren has endorsed me.
Here to discuss, talk radio host Robert Patillo and Wade Smith, a battle of the SEC giants going down on this Sunday afternoon. Robert, to you first. Is he right? There's not a split and this is just a fiction?
Well, there's a split between the moderates in the party, the people who ran the party into the ground over the last decade and lost over 1,000 elections, and the progressive wing of the party, which is the real future of the Democratic Party. Things like a universal guaranteed income, immigration reform, addressing police brutality, working towards issues that really affect young people, student loan forgiveness, are what's going to drive the party into the future. The people who ran the party into the ground are the only people who have tension with the new progressive wing of the party.
All right. So, Wade, assuming that exists, as Robert says, we'll take him at face value. How do Republicans exploit that?
It's really a tough battle right now. As he's saying, the Democratic Party is moving more left. The Republican Party is moving more right. There's going to be a wide opening in the middle. Now, who's able to take advantage of that, I'm not sure. With Trump still in the White House, it continues to go right and more right and more right, and it's going to go that way at least through 2020. But as far as 2018 goes, there's not going to be a lot of exploiting of bringing Democrats to the right. It's just going to be more people on the right are going to show up to the polls to support Trump and his people.
Robert, if you look at the special elections, especially you look at Pennsylvania and Connor Lamb, it was a Democrat essentially running almost as a moderate Republican sometimes, if you listen to him, as he disavowed Nancy Pelosi and others, that won that election. So you may say that the progressives are the future of the Democratic Party, but is that a winning future?
Well, absolutely, it's a winning future because, remember, Trump lost the popular vote. It was just ineptitude by the Clinton campaign that resulted in them losing the Electoral College. If they had campaigned in states where they needed a more progressive message, they would have won. District by district, what we're going to see is people running on the fact that President Trump has a daily, if not weekly, scandal going on and simply pushing out their base. The idea that we have to play by the Pelosi, Clinton, Steny Hoyer playbook, that's a thing of the past. The future of the party is right now. That's what's going to drive us forward.
As we look forward in terms of the way this is shaping up for the midterms, it's pretty clear how the president and the White House want to frame this, and this is about the economy. We saw that yesterday when the president was in Ohio for a small business roundtable. Here is one of the members of that roundtable.
We chose to move forward with an addition to our showroom. We had contemplated that for about 7 or 8 years, didn't feel it was the right time. But we felt with your strong leadership that now was the time to reinvest in our company.
All right, Wade, I'll ask you the same question I asked Andy Puzner a little bit earlier. Those folks on stage certainly seemed to credit the president. No surprise that the White House put them there. But as we went through Ohio, people said the economy is doing better. They didn't necessarily give the credit to the president. How do Republicans win that argument in 2018?
I think the biggest fight for Republicans in 2018 is they have to look at what Trump has done and what Trump can do. And with him in the White House, how has the economy turned? Even if it's not him specifically or a policy he does specifically, he's been in the White House, the job numbers are up, more money in people's paychecks is going up. And for those that may not know how to vote, they look at the money in their paycheck. But for those that like President Trump, they're going to be the ones that have to go out and support because the voter numbers are not going to be as high in a midterm election like they will be in a presidential. And they're going to support those that say, hey, we're President Trump supporters because they think they have to defend him from the media, from the left side, from the mainstream, those that punch him with new scandals every day, like Robert mentioned.
Well, certainly as you look at the Republican primary field, it is a race of who can be more Trump, who can wrap themselves as a Republican more in the flag of Trump. Robert, last question to you. Record low unemployment. Everyone we talked to in Ohio said the economy is doing great. How do Democrats do anything other than say, thank you, President Trump? How do you complain about the economy when things are doing well?
Well, I think with any other Republican president, these numbers would force everybody to run towards the middle. The problem is the president has self-inflicted wounds on a daily and weekly basis. What Democrats have to run on is restoring family values, oddly enough, to the White House. They have to run on the future of the country and not being in situations where we're talking about porn stars and talking about playmates every single day, restoring a presidency that people can be proud of.
All right, gentlemen, appreciate it. Thanks for both being here. I'm sure this, if the conversation was about football in the fall, would be a little less civil. Good seeing you, boys.
Good seeing you, too.
All right.